Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dimitri and I'm teaching you guys how to make money playing poker. And in this video we're going to be talking about 3-bet pots. So if 3-bet pots feel like a black hole to your chip stack, first of all, you're not alone, and two, it's probably because of this one mistake. And the answer is you're probably playing too many 3-bet pots. Like, you should not be playing too many 3-bet pots because, one, they're 3-betting very tightly. So that means they have a good hand. That's another way of saying they have a good hand. And you don't want to play poker against people that have good hands, right? So by default, you should be folding a lot when they 3-bets. Two, you're probably not playing in position. So if you're 3-betting out of position, you want to make sure you're using that 4x sizing. But that sizing increases, right, if there's more than one person in the pot. So you want to choose that correct sizing for your scenario, likely 4x. And make sure you're cognizant of their range. So first of all, if you want to 3-bet for value mostly. So you want to have aces and kings, queens, sometimes jacks. And you want to have block those hands to represent those hands, like ace king, king queen, sometimes king jack, sometimes king 10, just depends. You don't want to 3-bet any other hands, really. Ace 5 suited, seldomly. I rarely do it because in micro stakes it's not necessary. If we're trying to bluff, then we need to make sure that we need to have a feeling that it's gonna work. Because if we're trying to bluff and we have the feeling it's not gonna work, then don't bluff, right? And in micro stakes, we tend to, it tends not to work, those bluffs. So as a result, we should not bluff. And that's just a scale. We're using a scale to judge these things. So I hope I'm illustrating the scale. But yeah, make sure we're using those proper sizings when we 3-bet. Make sure we're 3-betting the correct hands. And then we have a balanced risk to reward ratio. And make sure we're not involving ourselves in these 3-bet pots too often. Not only do they have a strong hand, but also we have to beat the rake. The rake is extremely high in micros. Don't fight the rake. When your thought process should be, is this profitable versus this player? It could be. He's probably giving us a good price. Let's be honest. He's giving us a great price. He's not using the proper sizings. We have a good hand. It's probably slightly winning against this player because he's a bad player. But the reality is we cannot beat this rake. This rake is 10 big blinds at these micros. Here we could call, we could raise. Because he's a passive player and he's betting, we're just going to call. And not be like, oh, easy call, let's just call it off right away. We can think about it. I almost raised. Here we could check back or we could bet. I think it's fine to... Our bluff would be very large, so we're just going to check it. Because our bet would be so large. First of all, we have to get through 2 people instead of 1 person, and it's just very large, so we're not going to go for it. A raise would have worked. This guy's aggressive post flop. But we can't determine that. Obviously, we had the wrong label on him. He's tight and passive, but he's overplaying post flop. because he had jacks. So we were correct about his, to be cautious of his bets. And that's the power position. We chose to check, and we saw, the river for that one bet. It's very profitable, because if a jack came out, we would have made the full stack. Obviously, if a spade came out, we would have won. So that was a tangent. But I hope you guys understand the 3-bet pot thing. We're really doing it tightly. I don't need to bluff that much when I'm 3-betting. It's mostly aces and kings and queens, and even queens I'm mixing call depending on if it's early position raising. Our bluffs come from king queen, king 10, ace 5. And when you stick to that strategy, you should begin to understand how the 3-bet pots work. And you should be getting paid with aces and kings more. And ace kings should be more profitable. And vice versa, you should understand that when somebody else 3-bets, it's also extremely tight. You should be labeling everybody correctly. Unless they're a maniac, it's going to be extremely tight 3-bet. So you don't want to play a passive action. You don't want to use a bad hand to defend your 3-bets against you. It's better just to fold, because not only do you have to beat the other player, you have to beat the rake. So I hope that provides some clarity. If this video helped you out, please hit the like and subscribe button, and message me in the comments about some feedback, whether this helped you or not. I'm trying to provide as much value per video as possible. And I also have some paid programs in the description. Please check those out if you want some better guidance. I'm trying to help everybody out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.